Hello, people, and welcome back. This is Radio Station here, and it's kind of a late start. I'm kind of like already one episode in, but I might as well get onto it. There's going to be a reaction to episode 2 of the sequel to Mahoutsukai Precure, which of course I previously watched. It's called Mahoutsukai Mirai Days, otherwise known as Future Days. So yeah, it's basically carrying off where we started with the whole or with with where they left off in the open-ended conclusion, where they kind of grew up already. I don't remember how long. I think they're like already. I'm pretty sure they're already in college. They're already in college. Legals already is a teacher over there in her own world in the academy. Uh, Mirai is in college. Good on her. She's still kind of doing the whole, she still has magic, of course. Um, she has to kind of do undercover work with her with as like where she's picking up requests via Twitter hashtag Maho was I think that what the hashtag was. And so they were doing their things separately, and of course there is a lot of things left open ended, you know, and so the development for that one versus the one with Ultimate Precure from last year is like night and day. Ultimate Precure had no business to have a sequel, to be honest. And I remember the way they did Ultimate. It was very underwhelming because it didn't feel like a lot of things were achieved. And like it's just like a pointless thing of where uh, they just bring up these people, and they don't even really act as adult as I feel like they should, or did not even the transformations. They just revert back to um their previous their younger selves before transforming, and the production of that was like after that first episode, it was all down here from there. But Mao Girls on the other hand, I need to check here. I haven't seen that one yet. There was like just a lot of amazing, anime sequences. I gotta find it on my Discord server. I don't think Sakura will do this justice. So let me check if it's somewhere here. I know I have it. I know I got it on my server somewhere. All right. Yeah, this one, like you can't go wrong with how they they really just animate the hell out of it. Just take a look. Just take a look at it. It just speaks for itself. Like there's the fact that it's a nod to the, and I might need to have to close this because I don't want to get copyrighted. But you know what? Fuck it. Never mind. But like there's a lot of nods to it and a lot of comparisons with this, and it's kind of glad. And what I noticed there, and I'm sorry for this bad quality, is that while it's still more or less similar sort of scene by scene, similar sort of storyboarding, the way well actually not it's not the same, but like the kind of direction it went is very different. Like this one, they're shown to be feel more like adults. Like the way that even the how their 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 tires basically changed. I need to see if I saved a clip of that. I don't think they I don't think I did. Let me see. There was a comparison, and you know what? Let's just see show the transformation as it is. Like you look at this here. all right. So, okay, not this one yet. Have you noticed how the designs are for this one? You know what? Let me just bounce to Twitter and let me just check this out. All right. There's a comparison. I'm pretty sure there was a comparison thing somewhere. I need to find out where. Yeah, there was like this really cool thing of where they're comparing their younger, how they looked when they're in the first one, prior to the second one. I don't know where I'm not so sure where it is though. I might not have. I don't think I ever retweeted it. Let me see here. Unfortunately, I can't find it. Sadly, you know what? Let me check my boarding. Sorry, I'm all over the place. All right, I think I should be able to find it here. Maybe? Question mark. I could just probably could just you know what? Yeah, I already got it here. Let me see if I can find it. God, it's so slow. All right, right here. This part right here. There's a distinct change with how there's a distinct difference with how they look back then when they were pretty sure like barely like middle school, high school-ish. I'm pretty sure they were like they're usually 13, 14th range. And now like here, even like it's kind of nice that their attire is kind of changed to befit who they are. Even the crystal, even the diamond itself changed. That's the thing. And yes, they're still gay. I'm pretty sure we've all made that so clear that these two are gay without the usual fan service of them. Okay. I mean, it's still a kid. It's still kind of it still has mostly a kids audience. So I can't even blame them for not taking the next step over. I mean, they could maybe depending on what they're going for then. And then like of course, oh my god, the animation during the fights, like you gotta see this shit for yourself, like. But then again, like if you've seen this, if you're at my video right now, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. So the one particular name that I need to bring up is, even though I don't think I'm not necessarily I'm not an expert in the animation industry, but the name is Yui Yoshiyama, and she's done more of some of the recent stuff with Precure. I mean, I've continually seen her tweet up. Jesus Christ. And then of course there was like this one. I won't show the transformation. That one was good, but I want to show this part. Like whoever, and I'm not so sure if this one was by her, but yeah, she was I was seeing her on Twitter, like she was retweeting a lot of Precure stuff, which is really cool. And showed her like she has a pretty distinct style. I took a little too much for granted when I first started to recognize that. Back when I watched the first episode of Bungo Stray Dogs season season it was 4, and I didn't know what to think at the time. I thought it was kind of weird, but then I'm like, oh, it's a kind of a choice, with how it emphasizes on poses, stances, and all. I don't think this part is by her, but I feel like there's at least an influence. I'm actually kind of bummed out that I don't know who did this particular segment, but it looks cool. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, and there's the Kill la Kill reference. The Kill la Kill reference. Hold on. Like this part, this one I gotta shoot. Tease double stare. Hold on. It was that one scene. I don't know where. I can't but I don't know what they usually call it. I really need to. Hold on real quick. But yeah, it was that one scene where like it was that one scene where Sasuke and where Sasuke and Matsui were basically looking at like the same, literally just sort of the same pose, and they before they basically struck down whoever was there. That was a nice. That was obviously a reference. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if Yoshiyama would have noted that. I don't know if anyone else from the staff noted that. I have no clue, but it was a cool scene. Everything about that first episode was well, the fight was really cool. Everything else was kind of nicely well together with how they got back together, and like they dynamic with Mirai and Liko they're fun. Like they're hands down. I have to say this. Aside from the group in aside from Hard Catch and GoPre, I think these two have the best dynamic as a group, as a Precure group. I know there's like I know I would say it's I wouldn't say it's okay, maybe not. I would say it's kind of better than, actually no. I wouldn't. That's a okay, it's probably a personal preference for me though. And then I'm forgetting names left and right. Holy shit. Today's been like so tiring for me. Blame slot leveling. I'm just gonna say that. I have nothing against Honoka and Nagisa's dynamic. They're fun. Although the story they're in is kind of, I'm not. I don't feel it. I feel like it's the more underwhelming. I know it's, and I don't blame for anyone who still likes the OG the most. I mean, it's nostalgia. It's nostalgia, flush. So I can't even blame you for that if it means a lot to you personally. So good on you for that. But I personally like Mirai and Liko. Doing more. I feel like it's better when they're in a group. The reason why I kind of don't bring up the with Hard Catch is because it's ended up with a group of four in the end. But Tsumumi and America like had a pretty good back and forth dynamic as well at one point. Before I'm not saying it worsened. It's just that it kind of went to the point where everyone kind of jumbled together as a group, and then everyone's dynamics just kind of bounced back and forth from there. And to be fair, that actually made Hard Catch all the better, especially when it came to Yuri's segment and how they did her character pretty darn well. She's actually like my number one favorite from the Hard Catch, and by all means, I'm not by all means like I'm not saying this in I'm not saying it too much in I'm not saying it I don't nothing against the other Precure seasons. I mean, it's based on your I think it's based on your preferences in the end. Although there are some seasons that are definitely weaker than the others for sure. I don't think I need I'm pretty sure I don't need to point out specific names. I do. That's kind of a judgment. I feel like I should leave on you guys' end, to whomever is still watching me here. But yeah. As for the villain in question, and I'm sorry, I'm having to pull up my own profile to make sure everything's to try to find references. Whatever, it's public. I don't even care at this point. So this villain, he's saying he's belong. The prequel was nice. It's not my favorite. It has a nice setting to it that I feel like could have been utilized a lot better. Definitely a lot better. There are times I feel like the plot didn't advance as much as it should, and because of that, there was a little bit of an uneasy buildup when it came down to the final villain, whom I felt was not particularly noteworthy in the end, when everything is said and done, which kind of sucks. Dewsmaster, this villain just turns out to be just this final big boss in the end. But I want to see what this new villain, he's seemingly I guess a remnant of it, or maybe he was a normal person who got into contact with maybe like one of the remnants. Well, okay, he did say one of his was he got what Deus Mask left behind. I think it was one of his servants, I'm sure, and he seemingly overpowered Hachang or Felice for somehow. I don't think this is not a power. This is not like a power scale sort of thing. It's probably a hacks that basically reversed her to what I think is seemingly into another persona. This little creature right here, and she looks strikingly like one of the one character from the Precure season that I've not started watching yet, sadly. I think her name was Lolo. I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry, I'm not really caught up on the entire franchise entirely. It's just kind of like that's kind of a issue on my end where I just kind of found it. Oh, it's Lala, something like that. But yeah, that's where we kind of left off. So the villain's a little iffy. That's the only issue I have with the series right now. So with everything said and done, and sorry, this was a rather long pre-reaction segment. I'm gonna try to get a timestamp in and make sure y'all weren't so fucking bored. I'm sorry. All right, so let's get to this. And by the way, these are going to be late. These are going to be very these are going to be most likely be evening reaction because the subs, you know, I'm not going to go over the Crunchyroll subs. I'm going to go with whatever fan subs. If the fan subs fuck up in some sort of spellings, it is what it is. I'd rather have this over what Crunchyroll got. I don't trust Crunchyroll anymore at this point. But you know, like if they're the only ones are available, readily available, I just have to go roll with them. It is what it is. But like if I can grab something else, that'd be it. Plus, it's a more ideal timing to watch to Precure later in the day. At least for us in the West. At least for me. All right, let's get to it. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. All right. The opening is really charming too. Again, Yoshiyama was directing this and animating this, I think. Okay, looking at that opening again, I think the Ari guy is just corrupted. Because it was because it was showing him in the dark and he's like this heart was only his heart is showing. So like maybe someone's maybe the conscience of Deus Mask is controlling him to do his bidding. It's been a while since I watched the Mahoutsukai Precure, so I can't say I remember everything. So hopefully this gets enough, just enough viewership, whatever I can get, so some people can fucking remind me what I might have missed from the previous season. I know we got like 3 other big transformation sequences coming from them. I want to see how they turn out. Oh dear. Yes, I'm not surprised that. I'm just gonna say this right now. This looks, in terms of the visual, in terms of the production set of things, it already looks way better than Otona. Arguably even better than most of the recent Precure seasons. Minus Tropical Rouge. I heard that one was crazy. Need to check if my mic's working. Oh yeah, it's been a while. The title. I'm not gonna say it, guys. That's a that's a really fun way to to go back and forth. Won't it look suspicious? I'm not gonna. Won't it look suspicious though? It's like, hey, what you got? Hey, what kind of? Hey, what card you got over there? Look, we don't recognize that in our domain. So we gotta do like fucking uh memory manipulation magic. Try to wipe their memories off until you can get scot free. We were in the Snail Way Express. I mean she's definitely hot strong. Oh yeah, they throw. Oh yeah, they put it in free. They freeze them just like that, and then you just open it up. They freeze it with ice magic, and then you just undo it, and so it could just keep its freshness there. The, the wonders of oh. Oh yeah, I did hit him with something. Okay, yeah, there were 13. There were 13 back then. Why was she showing that dream though? Wait, I might need to go back later. I mean, he could come 1 hour early for all we know. That's nice. I'm sorry, I'm a little antsy. I'm just hoping Toei would just ease up on copyrights. If it's not good enough, then oofed. I don't know, man. That's nice. It fits exactly her little irises. Why is it like that? Well, okay. Why am I asking that? Yusui. Mm. You have to you have to custom made. I don't think you should just. I'm pretty sure you need a license for that. Not really, but it's shaped like one. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you try to promise. But who's gonna take over for him then? Like, they can't. They can't just do that. Oh, this guy again. Why he look like he? Why he looks like that? Why does he look like the car? Like look like the car come from the car fight Vanguard Divines. Well, I mean, I guess 9 hours already passed. Oh God, not a Lego monster. Ooh, that's a nice design though. Let's see how it looks. Oh, not that bad a design, honestly. Wow, it transforms. Fucking Lego jet. I will say that I wish it didn't need a foggy cover up. I wish you could just have it visibly say everything. Oh, here comes transformation time. Oh wait, Ruby? All right. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Oh. Yeah, I noticed that that how the scenes go how the scene by scene is it's a lot notably different. Same uh, that's gonna be difficult. Why not just burn it? I'm fucking Sonic. Oh, now it's a snake. Whew, okay. Okay, I remember that. Oh, nice. That's a callback. Be- well, yeah, I did say like he would just done it early. We still, I'm still like, don't really know his motives yet, though. Like, not much of a clue to hang on to. Like, what is he ultimately doing? Just trying to regress? Well, oh, now she's getting one of those dreams I'm seeing. Why is the clock going backwards? Are they why are they being shown memories of the past? Wait. Okay, so he wants. Okay, so he seemingly reduced his Hachang to Hisring, and then he wants her back. What's the deal here? This motherfucker's like Yhwach. Yo, okay, hold on. Let me just jump all the way to the preview. Huh. Is this guy gonna? I need to go back to that scene again now. Now that we stopped. It was like the first time she experienced it when they're in the railway. What'd she say? Something about it was weird. Oh, like she thought it was just how she was dreaming of like a past memory, but but it was more like she was flashed it, so it's not like a dream. But the thing is like Legal isn't shown one. And then the next time this happens to Mirai, she is shown what seems to be a pretty bad looking future where Airu takes over, takes history in for at some point. And then the follow up, he says like, then you'll hear it's just as you said. Yeah, this is some whack shit. This is some Yhwach box sort of almighty sort of shit. My God, maybe not to that level, but I've just finished. I mean, for me who just recently watched Bleach the previous season, I couldn't help but have that in mind when that happened. I'm like, oh, there's no way he actually is gonna do it. But if that's the case, could he have been somebody from the past, somebody from the future? I feel like it would be more of somebody from the future where he has to play a villain, or like whether or not he was corrupted, as would be maybe suggest otherwise with how the opening is. Again, if anyone has a clue or if I missed anything, do let me know. But yeah, this part right here was what has me a little there, and Sands of Time, of course. There's a lot to there's something to build on this. I just hope it's not stagnant, but at least we get a little bit of the notion of what he might be pulling. The fact that he shows them what a possible future, or what he is rigging to be like. Oh, this is the unavoidable future with the way he stated it. Now, how powerful they may be, like, is there a way around it? I mean, obviously they have to avoid this scenario, avoid that route. They gotta really. There's some things to figure out. So I don't know. The fight itself, of course, I was not expecting it to be up to par with the very first episode. But considering what we have by Precure standards, even though this is just a single season, it's still much better than what we got. I still say it's much better than what we got in Otana, and still much better than what we got in the for the majority. It's still better than what we got on average in terms of Precure. I mean, we still got more episodes to dictate how the overall quality is. I still think I still think in terms of like how much Sakaga quality, I probably would say it, will this have? It's still up for debate. I just hope it doesn't end up like Otana, where it's just a lot of jank, and then just a few, coupled with a few nice moments at the end, which annoyed me because I felt like, Yoshiyama did her best with that one, but it didn't. But I don't think it was enough. I don't think I recall Yoshiyama really being involved in Wonderful Precure. I mean, I haven't seen the most recent episode today, but I would have to think. At least a good amount of what Toei has. I know Dean is also a listed studio, but I think it's more of a joint project where Toei is still doing more of the heavy lifting. I do not know if this is. I'm not an expert to know if this was outsourced to Dean or anything. But if it is, then I'm still kind of impressed it held up, because I feel like the art's still pretty. It's obviously still way better than. I would even say it's a little better than most Precure Precure seasons. When I talk about Precure seasons, I'm not talking about like a singular season like with this one with a sequel. I'm talking about the ones where they be having like they'd be taking over a year of airing. and then they follow up immediately with another season. I don't know how the fuck they do it, but considering what they do, what Toei does with One Piece, you shouldn't. It's not really much of a surprise. Nowadays, most of the animation endeavor is dedicated to One Piece now, for the better or worse. And while the Precure is getting a little bit on the downside of things, it sucks, but it is what it is. So to have him look up, to have Precure look more up to par from, at least to what's compared to be comparable enough to the past, I'm thankful for it. I'm still not sure where this is headed. I still, for now, I have it as like a favorite show for the season. But there's still uncertainty to where this plot wants to end up, and how will it benefit Liko and Mirai's character. Like, what will they get out from it in the end that will be beneficial to them as young adults? How will it benefit to Hisui slash Ha? I know that's her. I know that's Hacha, but it's also not at the moment. But I mean, I could be wrong, and probably the real body is been locked up somewhere by Ari. Who knows? As for the transformation with the fire, I still okay. I'll look at Zagaga, bro, because they got a better look here. So oop. As for this one, I would still let me look up the let me see if I can find the transformation for the fire one. I know it's somewhere. I know it's somewhere. I'm just trying to find out where it is. But like, I think I would prefer the. I might prefer the other one. The older one better. But I need to take a look though. I need to kind of refresh my memory on that. No, not that one. I think I can find. I'm pretty sure I can. All right, here it is. All right, how does this compare to this one? Okay, there's this transformation right here. And there's this one right here. I think this one, because it's done by Nishiki Itaoka. Niki Itaoka. I hope I didn't butcher that name. His stuff is really nice. It has this way of like super smooth and just super smooth kind of stop and go in between, which gives this part a lot of splendor. But I will say, I mean, I do prefer this one a little more. This one was still impressive, but very impressive by itself. That's all I'll say. And there's a lot, and considering there's a lot of animators doing this one for sure. Maybe that's why it's not impressive, because like, you know, the quality of each person involved may not be necessarily the same. So so it feels like there's a fluctuation as opposed to one guy doing the whole thing. I'm not saying this is I don't think it's a detriment against them. It's just more like how it is. I think the volume of quality is still high though. It's just that this guy was on another level. The one that was working on the old one. So yeah, I can't. So there's nothing against them. It is how it is. Some people are just built. Some people in the industry are just built different. Like look this part here, and then like the way it poses, and of course I'm gonna go to the new one, right here. It doesn't have the sort of smooth, the super smooth, frame by frame placements. But this one is still really nice in its own right. And there is a little edge here. Instead of just standing, standing there and focusing on Mirai, it just swiftly transitions to Liko's turn, which I thought was a really nice change. They don't have these long. I've noticed like this one doesn't have as long of a posing with those last parts, which I feel like is its own advantage in itself. And I will say I'm gonna say this and like this one has a lot more details to the fire. This one this one's a little less. But maybe and maybe this is just me reaching. Maybe it's there's a difference to because the way this looks versus how this looks. There's a certain change in how the fire effects would look, and plus this one doesn't look very CG. The diamond behind them, which is nice because this one was obviously stood out as CG. So there's a lot less reliance on that, which is nice. I'm not saying it's an advantage. It's a notable advantage. I think it's more of where like, oh, we have more room to draw instead of resort to a 3D model. That's what I feel like is happening. I can't say I know exactly how it went behind the scenes. I mean, unless if I'm told everything straight by literally one of the animators there. Granted, I'd rather just find out shit for myself. But yeah, this one was an interesting episode. I don't know what to think, but I feel like it's gonna be something interesting building in with this villain I already have. And hopefully the next episode, when they finally meet in casual, that we get something from him that will hint at us at what he wants, why he's doing what he's doing, and does it have something to do? Why does it have to do with time? Is it something he wants to fix, or is it just an echoing of Duskma's of Duskma's will in the end? Is he just a puppet in the end? I don't know. That's all I can really say at the moment. But that'll about do it otherwise. So thank you for sticking with me. Hopefully it goes a little smoothly the next time I do a reaction. I know I'm not someone who would be up for Precure reactions, but here I am because everything else is kind of like. And Kisuya, I wanted to do a reactions to, but I felt like that one is a little better watching on my own time compared to something like this. Don't ask me to do solo leveling stop leveling reactions. Whatever. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna bring it up again. Anyways, smash like button. Let me know everything in the comments below. Be nice and all. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna mention that one bit regarding the drama. It's not worth my time. But yeah, that'll about do it for today. Hopefully we'll get a we'll get a banger episode. When I mean banger, I mean the animation pops off again. And I'm not saying the animation was bad here. It was just, it was all right. It was nice. But I want that adrenaline rush like with the last part, the previous one, the very first. I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes too high, but with the way they set the pace and with considering what the previous disappointments we had, there's no way I wouldn't want something for that next episode. I mean, depending on the priority for it. Is it an important episode? Is it, or like I'm not so sure. Like something they could just assign them here from there. But it was such a good first impression with the premiere aesthetically with that fight that you really hope they can bring the A game up again. We'll see though. Radio Station is signing off, y'all. See you next time. Take care. Stay safe. Have a great day. Peace.